Hello, Leo, and happy birthday. Hope you're doing well today, and I hope your season has kicked off in the way it should have. Apologies for the late birthday message. Normally, I'd like to have had this uploaded a bit earlier to kick Leo season off. However, it was not meant to be this time round. But I do wish that you've been enjoying your birthday month so far. On the end of July and getting into August soon. Where has the time gone? Not too many. I am Phyllis Sharrow. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for your likes, shares and subscribes. I do hope there is something in this video for you. But if not, then check out your other placements, other videos. Sometimes we have certain energies that come through for us more at a certain time. However, I would have thought during Leo season that you would be in your element, literally. When I was getting into this, into the swing of things, I normally say getting into your energy, but I literally said to myself, give me messages for Leo's spirit. So I feel that you are probably feeling quite spirited at the moment. There was a message for if you're waiting on a benefactor for something that you might have tried earlier and things didn't come through in the way that they were supposed to, or that you'd hoped. There could be some benefactor. Just keep your eyes open and your ear to the ground, because there might be someone around you or something, something that might be helpful to you, Leo, at this time around you, and it might be so underneath your nose that you wouldn't notice it. So that was a little message that came out while I was getting into your spirit, into the reading, having a pre-shuffle. So to kick things off, we do have the Three of Swords. So I feel you come to some sort of understanding about something. Three of Swords in this position is, it can be heartache. It can also be a head over heart decision. And in this position, I do feel like you may have come to acceptance about something, and being able to follow through on something, because, well, I won't skip to this one just yet, but we do have nines on the table, and nines they correlate obviously to 10. It's the sort of final push of things, the final push through, especially with these. We've got the Nine of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Nine of Wands in the upright position. So this could be, I'm getting mental exhaustion from something. It could be that you've just decided not to push through with something. That might be a decision that you've made as well. It's just been it's been a little bit too heavy on the heart, and you've decided not to follow through with it. The wands, the Nine of Wands, which is fire, which is your element, it's like that's the last push, and I feel like you could be very determined that things aren't gonna go tits up, basically. Or you don't want them to go in a certain direction, and that is, although it might feel imbalanced, unfair in some way, I am getting some sort of petulant, like You could be dealing with somebody bratty, or you could be feeling a little bit bratty. But I guess with this Three of Swords, it's not so much bratty. It's just like, I'm getting like a little pet lip. Like, actually, I really wanted that, but it's just not meant to be. And I do, while the scales of justice are balancing out, we can't always see it. We can't see things clearly at the time, but that is the butterfly moment. We're getting the decisions that you've made now. And I do feel like there have been decisions, you know, you it feels like you're being business minded about emotion. Like you're dealing with your emotions like they are business deal, like it's a business deal. This is like Two of Swords. There's a lot of air on here also, Leo. So, you know, air and fire, something's fanning the flame, but it's sort of coming, it's coming in that flame is being fanned probably in a direction that you wouldn't have liked really, or you'd prefer not to have it fanned in that way. However, it has given you, you're not going to refuse the extra energy or the extra, you know, this is to be channeled in a certain way. You can put this to good use, and maybe that benefactor, that message that came before, maybe it's you're going in a different direction, and you know, paths may cross in some circumstances, but obviously that's not going to be for everybody. So yeah, this may be where that child energy was coming from. You know, the child expressing the disappointment, or you know, the sulking a little bit, or just hurt a little bit in some way. But you know, when we have those good old cries and you do actually feel like a child. I'm getting that, but I don't see you expressing this outwardly. It's internal. Even though there's air on here, and that is communication, the mental realm, expression, words, emails. I don't see you doing that. I see this as an internal expression of, oh well, you know, I didn't really want that. That's not really what I wanted. But hey ho, this has to be sort of, this is for, you know, I'll express it personally, privately. Okay, very interesting as always. Ooh, won't take that just yet. So yeah, a lot of air, a lot of ideas going on. Yeah, you feel resourceful, Leo. You're feeling resourceful. You know what? Your charm. Yes, that was what wanted to come out the first time. The King of Wands. Okay, so you are making that decision. I do feel like that is a decision that has been to not follow on with something. What is it? Yes, you're not following on with that. Something that could have been with an Aries. Could be dealing with an Aries. Yeah. You couldn't feel something out. You couldn't read a person. You couldn't understand. It could be a contract as well. Like there's something that's been a little bit, you couldn't see through it. It was not transparent, and you've decided, no. Is it a person? What is it? I am getting, you taking something very personally, Leo, taking something very personally, and this is your cut-off point, okay? It's very empowered, yes. King of Pentacles. You decided you have to get your own stability, your own. This is a venture. This is the benefactor card as well. I do, yes. There's a benefactor. Perhaps you're considering being a benefactor to somebody, or you could be going into business. I don't know if it is that though. It's just getting yourself out of the shit, or getting yourself into this attracting yes, you could be wanting to attract, clarifying the Justice card in reverse. It's a Knight of Cups, so yeah, you're wanting to move forward. You like, I keep getting things coming to me. It's like make it really turning turning your hand to something. It's like, I'm a mess. You could actually feel like a bit of a mess. You're not, by the way. We're all a mess sometimes, Leo, but it's like you have to perform in some way to you're just not wanting to present yourself in the way that in this way that's, someone or something's done you bad, or you've come off a bit rough from something, some sort of situation. Yeah, I do feel like it's a person who has probably not been, Three of Swords again. Yeah, you're pushing on through, Leo, and good for you. This is that time. I do feel like you're using that momentum. You're channeling it fantastically, going inside and that is going inside to make a decision. Three of Pentacles. This is like super, super resourceful, Leo. Leo at the best. Leo putting on the charm. Leo maybe not even putting on the charm. Just you are charming in general, of course. That's such a generalization. But I do feel like there could be an opportunity for you to network, socialize, do the thing that you do best, like the Emperor. Even though there was air on this, like I said, that the air, when I talk about the communication, you are covering up how you really feel. You're getting through it. You're getting through it in the way that you need to. The Emperor with the Page of Swords. This could be the idea of you. This, I'm getting like a sketchboard, like putting ideas on the board, but you're not seeing. There's something that you're missing in all this, Leo, and it could be because it's so close to you at the moment. When you can't see something that's happening, it could be you being a leader, which it could actually be an Aries that you're dealing with, or you just haven't, it could be heavy in your chart as well, or this is what's shining through at the moment. It's going back to I don't know, maybe you do, it's like you're not, maybe I feel like you're suppressing that Aries part. We all have Aries in us, you know, and it could be like where house placements as well, or planet placements in the house. It could be, so Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. Okay, so the student, the Gemini is the student, but Aries is kind of like, I want it my way, because it is childlike in the sense, they say Gemini is the most sort of the youngest in terms of playfulness and the ability to absorb a lot of information, and you know, to just keep learning and learning and learning. But Aries has a lot of that in them as well, because they are the beginning of the zodiac, and they are literally the child, the first, the newborn, in that sense of like, why isn't it so, why aren't I able to have that? Why am I not I just feel like you're suppressing that, you're not expressing that, because you're sad about something, or you know, something hasn't been. Oh, speak of Gemini, they turn up. You are suppressing this. Suppress is a hard word, I know. You are dampening it out for the time being. Okay, but that's also because it just seemed like you're doing it quite significantly. The overall energy. I don't know. Try and be open to a bit of fun, Leo. That just came out of nowhere. Like, yeah, a bit of fun. It is your birthday month after all. However, that can be sometimes not always the time to have fun. You know, even if it is our birthday month, a lot of people have real deal stuff going on. But yeah, there's a sense of the sevens. You're relentless in this. Trying to, you feel a bit, not relentless, even though that's the word that came up. You might feel like it's relentless at the moment. But this is the advice as well. It's like something has completed. We see those nines. You've chosen to not pursue something further, or to actually be the person to step away from something, not have contact, or, you know, for your own reasons. You're not putting effort into that anymore, and that is okay. So it's like I get a message now that's saying like that's done. Like you don't have to feel you could have been dependent on someone in some way, or reliant. You might have needed someone in a business partnership, or, you know, along those lines, but you've put your foot down and you've said no. in a sense. So, like I say, good for you. Oops. You don't have to totally be like, you can be what you want to be, Leo. Let's just say that right now. But with that heavy energy of not expressing something, okay? It's all very private right now, and but you know, you can still express if you hate about something. I understand if you don't want it to get the best of you, and you do have to keep pushing on. But have your moment as well, and also there's a sharing here. There is something about sharing it, even if it's just sharing it with a side of yourself. There you get 3 cards. Because it's your birthday. Focus. Some cuteness to be had with these cards. Oops. So we've got crystals, river movement. So crystals, focus, river movement, ceremony, invocation. Ooh, you're going to be invoking something. Yeah, okay, with the river, what I'm getting just from these pictures is you can cleanse yourself of this, in that there is a sense of, in that ceremony, if you acknowledge it, like, I feel like there's something you're not acknowledging, Leo, and it could be that you are really hate about something or sad, yeah. It's like deep down. It could be quite deep down. We can't. It is hard at times. We can't all just be, people who just express ourselves constantly. That might not be your tea, but I am feeling that there needs to be some sort of acknowledgement. Okay, we'll go ceremony first, because that's the first one. That's the smallest number. Okay. Whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy with spirit from which you yearn, or for which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain and experience the spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that invites not only spirits but also material objects you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representations of the 4 major elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intention for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honouring a particular earth, season, or cycle. The cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. Breathe their presence and ask the divine beings to guide you through the process. Trust their guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of life. And creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. So yeah, I don't want to keep going on with the other messages. I feel like that was a combined message there, but yeah, it does involve the clarity, I guess. There's a lot of clarity that comes from water and from that cleansing ceremony. I feel like it is like a cleanse. It's kind of a cleanse for you, Leo. You could be in need of a good cleanse. And look as well, she's got crystals on that. Involve the water. Yeah, that's a lovely message, and one that I hope finds you well. And yeah, have a fantastic rest of your birthday month, Leo. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next month.